There are 4 powerful mental laws that you need to know. The first is law of belief. This says that whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. If you absolutely believe that you are destined to be a great success, then there's nothing in the world that can stop you from becoming that great success. A friend of mine named Peter Daniels, who started off working on the streets, became very wealthy, he's very successful in Australia, did a lifelong project, and he studied the lives of 500 men and women who became successful. He read their biographies and autobiographies in encyclopedia and Wikipedia and so on, looking for the common denominator of success. Finally found the common thread. The common thread was every one of those people always believed in themselves. They always believed that they were going to be a big success in life. They always expected to do well. They said when Winnie Churchill was asked about Winston Churchill, even though he was washed up at the age of 66 and a secondary player in this party and had been laughed at.
Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. How is everybody feeling coming into the morning? Another blessed and grateful day. Happy, where we at? Friday? It's Friday already. Oh my goodness, this week is flying by. August 18th. What is going on? Friend in the building. Cedric, it's good to see you, brother. PA, almost there to New York. Safe travels. Wishing you a safe ride over there. Love New York. Love the north side from Philly. So you already know I love it over there. So awesome. Today I've got a great topic as we go ahead and put a bow tie on the week. Today we're going to be talking about getting a little bit more discipline, diving into the Brian Tracy model. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. If not, that's great. If you do, it's going to be a perfect reminder, even for myself, getting back in and locked in, getting this focus, really tunnel vision, so we can go ahead and continue the rest of these months of 2023 seriously with our focus intact and intentional. So here we go. Let me get live on IG. Let's get a little bit of gratitude down below before we go ahead and start the day. And we're going to go ahead and get this party started. This is going to be a good one. I feel it right now. There's such a huge need for discipline right now with so many distractions. So this was the perfect time to go ahead and dive into this training. Becoming disciplined. The Brian Tracy model. Here we go. Awesome. So family, what are we grateful for down below? Let me know. Grateful for God, so grateful to be alive, so grateful to be able to get into the morning rituals, the morning routine, getting up early, getting in the visualization, getting in a little bit of yoga. I'm still a little bit sore, the neck, the back, still getting back to normal, ready to put on some weight coming into this next 2 months, ready to go ahead and keep experiencing all of this momentum, right? The key is really to be able to get the feeling and hold that for a sustained period of time to allow the magic to continue to manifest. So every one of you, I see you on the journey. I see us doing the deep work. This is what it takes now to be able to just sustain that long enough. Amazing things are going to continue to manifest and come into reality. So where we are, day 394, I believe, getting down the feeling, drop down. Where's everybody at as far as your gratitude, your journaling? This isn't for nobody but yourself, but to go ahead and keep accountability, because I'm telling you right now, Jim Rohn talks about it all the time. The best morning routine is starting the day before it happens. So if we can get clear on our goal, if we can set the intention every day before the day happens, we're going to be able to go ahead and build each brick by brick, and lay it as best as we can lay it. So let's get into it. The Brian Tracy model, okay, is basically really simple. It's actually only 4 steps. I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you, right? This training is something that we can not only be able to learn, but a great one to go out and teach. You ready? So here's number 1. The first step of the Brian Tracy model is going to be, what can we go ahead and start? What can we go ahead and start? When we go ahead and study the greats, looking back at it, they say the average person, they do an evaluation maybe once a year. Maybe once they get to the end of the year, they're like, man, I should have been working out more. I should have been doing something a little bit different. But they say the elites, the greats, they do evaluations weekly. They do evaluations monthly. They do evaluations bi-yearly. So this is a great time to really sit down and do this evaluation for ourselves to really identify these 4 steps. Okay, number 1 is, what can we start? So as we sit down and really identify the past week, the past month, the past couple weeks, the past couple months, what can we go ahead and start and add into our routine to go ahead and maybe change the energy, maybe go ahead and allow a shift to happen. Maybe we can start getting up a little bit earlier. Maybe we can start going adding in a workout routine in the morning, maybe doing some yoga, maybe adding some alkaline and whole foods, maybe starting that YouTube channel, that YouTube series, starting that podcast. I don't know what that is. Maybe starting that event schedule to get the events rocking inside of the city. All of us have things that we can go ahead and take some time and really sit and identify what can we go ahead and start. Something that we've been waiting to do, something that maybe we've been a little bit nervous to go ahead and dive into. It's going to be different for every one of us, but this is something that's great to really go ahead and get the gears turning to start creating a shift. Right. So number one, Shane in the building. I love to see it. Talina, what's going on? Great morning out in the Carolinas. So that's number one. Let's get into number two. So what can we start? Number two is going to be what can we stop? What can we go ahead and put a hold on right now? Is that scrolling through social media? Maybe we're getting up too late. Maybe we've been saying we're going to do things and we don't end up getting to them. And I know for myself, there's not a worse feeling than that. Then getting to the end of the day, laying down at night, and like, yo, I know I could have done more. I know I could have applied myself a little bit more intentionally. And this comes from taking the time to ask these questions. What can we stop? Can we stop scrolling through social media? Can we stop spending time with individuals who are constantly maybe energy vampires, right? Can we stop maybe listening to music so we can spend some more time listening to audios, right? These are all questions that I've had to ask myself along the journey that really allowed myself to start getting intentional about every part of my day. Because it's so easy to just wake up, let the day float by, and then we don't analyze it. And then we're able to just go ahead and repeat that same day over and over and over again. And if we're not happy with the results, guess what? There's possible that something can be able to go ahead and just cause a little change to completely shift the direction of where it is that we're going. That's why they say little changes lead to big success. I would say big success. 1111, paint your vision. Absolutely. Big success visualizations coming into the future, right? So number one is going to be start. Number two is going to be stop. Number three is what can we go ahead and do more of? Do more. Maybe Lady Boss Nikki's been on fire with her morning routine, right? Day 50, day 60, getting into it. So what can we do more of? Obviously, that's working, right? She's putting out content. She's branding herself. She's getting leads that are coming in, that are excited to learn new skill sets, that are excited to learn about digital streams of income. So do more. Definitely press on the content. Keep putting out your voice. Keep telling your story, right? Fran, diving into the trading side, getting into the social media, right? What are some things that we can go ahead and do more of, right? Cedric, maybe getting a little bit more bold. Jojo in the building. I know Jojo is super excited to go ahead and keep adding additional products into the store. So for those of you that just jumped on, we're talking about the Brian Tracy model. There's 4 pieces, right? Number 1, what can we start? Number 2, what can we stop? Number 3, what can we go ahead and do more of? Maybe some of you have started to do events in your city. It'd be a great idea to go ahead and put the pedal to the metal. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more of that, right? I know over here locally, we're looking to do the same thing. We're looking to go ahead and really get these events flowing to show the power of what we have. So many people are living lax. So many are worried about how they're going to be able to pay their bills next month. We have the solution. We don't have the opportunity. We literally have the solution. All my business will be growing. I love it. Okay. So that's 3 things so far. What can we start? What can we stop? What can we do more of? And last but not least, what can we do less of? Okay. These evaluations have absolutely changed the game for me when I've taken the time to do them over the years. So start, stop, do more. Last one is do less. So what can we do less of right now to go ahead and allow ourselves to elevate coming into the future? Maybe we need to spend less time with individuals who are not seeing the vision right now. I said it before. Maybe stop hanging out with energy vampires. Maybe we need to spend less time hanging out with energy vampires. I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and ditch your friends, but Eric Worre talks about it. He talks about for a season of our life, to be able to sacrifice certain things, to be able to give up, to go up. This is where the magic really happens. Okay, so that could be people, that could be energy vampires. What can we do less of? Maybe eating less junk food, maybe less eating out. Maybe we're spending so much money eating out. Maybe we're spending so much money maybe shopping for things that we don't need. This would be the best time to start investing our money, to start putting that money into better use. Instead of spending on things that are liabilities, let's start looking to spend this money on things that are going to grow our money, on assets, right? On smart investments, investing back in our brand, back into our brand, investing back into ourselves, right? Whether that be books, events, gas, time, all of these things is huge, right? What else? Drop down some more things that you guys believe that we can go ahead and do less of. It's going to be different for everybody. What can we do less of? Once again, stop. Not going to say stop listening to music, but for me, this is what I had to do. I had to do less listening to regular music, and I had to start listening more to audios. I had to start listening more to the people that had what I want, and had to spend less time listening to the people who did not have what I want. You see, for a long time, I've asked the right questions, but I've asked them to the wrong people. So I had to spend less time being around those individuals and more time around the individuals that did have the results that I wanted, right? Less distractions, cutting off certain things. We call it cutting out the fat in life. What are some things that we can go ahead and cut the fat off so we can go ahead and really see what's really there? Because guess what? That 6-pack, that 8-pack, it's always been there. The only difference is just being able to cut out the fat, right? And the way we do that is exactly what we're doing right now. It's by sitting and taking time to do an evaluation and truly get clear on where it is that we're going. What are our standards? What are some of our core values that we're going to live by? This is where it starts. Do more of reading the Bible, getting around mentorship, plugging into the chats, asking questions. What can I do less of? Not asking questions, right? Being afraid to ask questions. I can do less of being worried about other people's opinions, being afraid to put out content, worried about what somebody else is going to say, right? When we really sit and take the time, we all have 4 things that we can really go ahead and write a full list for each category, but it's going to take being intentional. So if I were to give you a little piece of homework, and I'm going to do this as well, let's take a little bit of time. Let's take 20 minutes after this call. Our dreams deserve 20, 30 minutes. I'm telling you that, right? Let's take some time after this call. Let's go ahead and write down these 4. What can we start? What can we stop? What can we do more of? And what can we go ahead and do less of? And this is the Brian Tracy model. And this is something when you study the elites, they do this. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Oprah Winfrey. I don't care what niche, Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't think he goes back and he analyzes his movies? What can I do better? What can I stop doing? What can I go ahead and start? What kind of voice inflections can I add into my next movie in Pirates of the Caribbean? Everybody that's really successful, they go through these type of evaluations. So I think it's crucial right now more than ever to really sit down and identify what are some of our weak spots? What are some of our strengths that we can go ahead and double down? And what is some of the fat that we can cut out of our life to really identify the real shining statue that's always been inside, right? So family, with that being said, that's my training for everybody today. Drop some 4s down below. Smash that like button if you got some value. If you guys are ready to go ahead and step into the weekend with a lot of energy, step into the weekend with love, step into the weekend excited to grow. Most people live for the weekend. That's why they live weak. That's why they have a weak end, right? The weekend is not a time to just go ahead and let go. Yes, it's a great time to sit and get with family, but it's also a phenomenal time to reflect. It's a great time to go ahead and sit down, do this evaluation, and really get with ourselves and with God and get aligned, right? So the work continues on the weekend, even Friday. TGIF, the growth includes Friday. I love you, family. Go out and spend some time with family. Spend some time in nature. Go out and get a workout. And let's go out and make this time the best time of our lives, to where we go back and say, this is the time where we turned our dreams into reality. And it started with nothing but decisions, ideas, thoughts, and laying this brick day by day to go and create this phenomenal masterpiece. So dreamers, if nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. I love you guys. I'm so excited to see what is here and what is to come along the way. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Have a phenomenal day, dreamers. We are turning dreams into reality. Have a phenomenal day. Let's get to it. It's game time.